What the heck is backstory? Hey everybody, I'm Nancy Henderson. Backstory is a tricky thing. Backstory is basically everything that every event, person, situation that has made the character what they are today. Backstory is the motivation to why the character is doing what they're doing, why they are feeling how they are feeling. It is basically the fire behind the emotions that the character feels. Backstory is something that I struggled with for a long time. When I first started out, I had this huge information dump in the beginning of my stories. I would write 8 to 10 pages right in the beginning of the story telling everything that I thought the reader wanted to know about the heroine. Turns out the publishers and agents did not want to know this right off the bat, and nor did my readers. So I quickly learned through, mainly by writing a lot of words, writing a lot of drafts that will never see the light of day, taking some classes, reading a lot of books. I quickly learned how to use backstory, when to use it, when not to use it, how to apply it. Backstory is something that I really try to sprinkle into my books a little at a time. I use narrative a lot, how the character will react as far as if something is really bothering them. The other character might say something, and that character just explodes all over them, or they close off, they shut down. That shows, well, why does this character act this way? It gets the reader interested. As long as we leave a little mystery for the reader, I think, in my opinion, that's what keeps the reader turning the page. And if you sprinkle it in, that is always going to get the reader intrigued. Another way to use backstory is simply by the actions that the character does, the decisions they make. For example, in my book, my first Cold Spring series, my book Second Chance, Ian Woods, the hero, he is an ex-convict. So because of his past, everything he does is reflective of him being in prison. He doesn't get a lot of respect from the town. He knows that, so he doesn't take a lot of risks. He basically lives his life in the background, just blending in and hoping that he's not noticed. So that is, I tried to explain that backstory throughout his actions, instead of just telling the reader, hey, this guy has been in prison and here's how he reacts to everything. So it's more showing than telling with this type of thing. And but again, it's really something that you have to learn by doing, and you can also learn it by reading other people's work. Just see how, if a book that you like, write down some tips of why you like that book. Just see why does this book resonate with me? What are they doing? How am I getting to know that character? And just write down, how did you realize something from that character from the dialogue? Did you realize it from an action they were speaking or doing, or how they interacted with other characters? How did you get to know this person, this character? So that's a really good study guide too. And you can use any book. You can use the classics. You can use, a new release, anything, just to study why it is you like that character and how you're learning about them, what makes them memorable to you. So that's my tip on backstory. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And thanks for watching. Bye.